Ubiclick is the established favorite in the industry, thanks to its unmatched efficiency, technical performance, and because it was the first locking profile that was introduced, and it really changed the industry forever. This glueless locking technology for flooring works for both the long and the short side of the panel, and it's very easy to be installed by angling or snapping. As mentioned before, the Ubiclick is thus categorized as an angle or basic profile and has to be installed by angling one plank down into the other. One very big advantage of the Ubiclick, as I mentioned, is that this profile can make use of the snapping method where you install in a horizontal way. Since most of you already know this locking technology very well, I will only focus on the lesser known and unique features and advantages compared to its competition. Since the Ubiclick was the first profile on the market, we had the freedom to design the profile to have the best technical performance. Later on, similar profiles were introduced to the market, but they really had to be designed not to infringe the already existing IP, thus sometimes having to give in on technical performance. For example, one important thing to the Ubiclick profile compared to its competitors on the market is that Ubiclick allows to make use of pre-tension. This means that once locked, the flexible lower lip will be under a bit of stress, thus pulling the two planks closer to each other. This makes sure there are no gaps or spaces between the floorboards, and this is an important basis if you look at water tightness, and it ensures superb performance of the click connection. This feature, however, it is optional, so there are also versions without the pre-tension when this would be required. This is also a unique thing about the Ubiclick. It's extremely flexible thanks to its design. For producers, Ubiclick guarantees a high tolerance control towards height differences and unwanted gaps. Also through this flexible lower lip in combination with contacts and spaces in the joint. This is important for large-scale producers since they will often produce on a very high-speed machinery. At lower speeds, it's quite easy to control tolerances, but in a real production environment, this feature is really key. Next to the pre-tension, Ubiclick also uses a technique of fixation, which limits the movement of two boards when walked on. These movements are one of the big causes of creaking sounds, so it's an important factor to take into account when you're choosing a locking system. The Ubiclick profile is applicable in really all materials from a thickness of 3.2 mm onwards. Something that many of you might not yet know about the Ubiclick profile is that it proved so good to work in flooring that with minor adaptations, the profile is now also being used to install wall panels and even furniture. As I mentioned before, Ubiclick is really the reference locking profile on the market. Further innovations in locking really focused on either easiness of installation, such as the fold-down technologies, or on niches on the market, such as patterns or tiles, etc.